Hello everyone! Welcome back to Chaos Legion. First things first, you'll probably notice I'm recording this commentary after I've recorded the video for several reasons. Mainly, for half of it, the microphone wasn't being recorded. I blame Windows 10 for that. I should have checked anyway, but I still blame Windows 10 for that. It was one of the updates, I'm sure. And for the other half, I just wasn't satisfied with the commentary. This is coming a lot later than I originally intended, because I took on way more projects than I could reasonably chew. So, right now I'm letting you see how much I leveled up our legions through, well, with all the experience that I got between the previous video and, well, more like the time we previously got control of Zeeg and now. It feels like it's been forever since we've even controlled Arcia. And then I decided to spend a few more experience gems. Why did I do that? Oh well. And then I remembered that I wanted to spend a spiritual gem on the Claw Legion so that we could get the enchant level up to level 4. So that we could get their jumping abilities permanently. Now, fun fact. Did you know that if you defeat that quadruped near the beginning of stage 2, then a max life up S appears at the end of the ramp. Now, onto the Misty Ravine. Let's have a look at what's behind those weird doors that you can only get past with certain legions. Some experience. Some attack up and defense up L's there, so that's nice. This is why we needed the big jumping abilities from the Claw Legion. Another thing I noticed was that you can control the trajectory of the Bomb Legion if you kick it using the assist attack, as long as you hold one of the movement keys like that. It would have been very useful if I had noticed this sooner, you know? But hey, it's fun. I don't believe that's mentioned anywhere. I don't have a manual for the game, so I can't check that. Anyway, next, I hesitate a little here because I think that, yeah, it doesn't work at first, trying to lock onto that. But eventually it does. You have to hit it in just the right spot. Because you can only destroy this one if you target it and then get the Power Legion to smash it by ordering them. On the side note, bombs are really useful against this stage's boss. Seems very powerful. From the experience we got from that level, we use it to increase the enchant level of the Power Legion we have here. Man, this music sounds amazing sped up. We increase it all the way to level 3 so that we can get a fiery shoulder rush in, as well as some life up. Next on is the Grand Caves of Kuzka. Let's see, destroy that one with a bomb, and we get that's an attack up S. It's quite small, but oh well. Up here is the life up S. Oh yes, there's also this gate up here that can't be opened. I think it can only be opened after the world changes. But, well, we're gonna have to see to that eventually, aren't we? But I'm not gonna look forward to it. Okay. Ah yes, lastly, I was just confirming that you are given more experience if you are if you're full on experience gems and you pick more up. You're just given the 10,000 experience points straight up. It took me ages to defeat the boss after this. I just wasn't really prepared for it, I guess. It took me several tries. But now, for the main show. We're here to see what Zeke's version of Arcea's single stage was. Well, is like. It took me a while to get used to the controls again for some reason. I've got to stop taking such big breaks, haven't I? I can't really be helped though. But oh well. It becomes clear later on in this stage that it's not quite designed for Zeke's comfort and for, well, like, here's a fairly good example, I think, because I tried to, well, I want to destroy the monster spawner quicker, but I can't quite get the room to do it, because the enemies are spawning all over the room. So we have to take them down slowly. And there we go, the spawner has stopped production. Letting a few quadrupeds through, and man, yes, I tried to attack both of them mid-jump, but somehow I missed, even though I was sure I would hit them. Oh well, at least once the Sword Legion is out, they're mincemeat. To make up for the difficulty, there are still plenty of these birds around. Birds that drop plenty of health. This is probably one of the most difficult areas in this level, because I certainly didn't help. Because I forgot that we had a level 4 enchant from the claws, so I wasn't paying attention to our evasive capabilities. Almost ended up getting mauled by those health birds because of it. What I wanted to originally do here was go for the monster spawners first, like I did in the first area, but unfortunately, it just felt too dangerous, so I went and destroyed the monsters slowly until I had enough breathing room. That wasn't enough breathing room because, well, the health birds killed our legion, so I had to go and get some soul power for myself. At least that worked out well. But I just need a little more. If I can stop being slowed down by those mortars and get just enough soul power. Yeah, but those mortars are annoying, alright, if you're dealing with more than one and you're constantly running between them all. Well, if they're in a close space. Alright, so Zeke's version of this level has 3 of these guys here, though the last one you'll see on the trunk is a red tinted one, which is a bit more powerful. I try a quick attack to see how well it does, but it gets felled and stunned by attacking the head. Next, what happens here? I think I go through this part fairly quickly. This scene, as the game calls it. Just because I didn't want to spend ages clearing out the monsters, well, like I kind of did in Arcea's game. Simply because there wasn't any point to doing it as well. Although the experience was kind of nice. Not that it mattered too much in the end. Another one of those guys, but decide to find the safe place up here and proceed to attack. Gotta get that health for the road. It was very nice to see the swords attack so many enemies at once. It's very nice to have a lot of legionaries. Very satisfying. Okay, thankfully, I've fought these guys intelligently so far and not done anything dumb. Until I make that small mistake. Good, just barely dodged that one. I was pressing F for that long until I decided to give up and just attack it with my sword. Would you even be able to get up to that platform if you didn't have double jump? I should test that again. Oh dear, what's happening? The video's frozen. Oh, okay, it's good. I'm watching the video as I'm talking. Yes, here I decide to find out how many monsters it takes to get the monster spawner to finish production. And the answer is quite a lot. It's not too... well, it's not hard fighting here, but it's hard to deal with a lot of monsters at once in this small enclosure. I shouldn't go up there because those guys with spears are going to shoot me. It's all good when you have the swords to do your job for you, though. So after all that, I decided to go up here carefully and try and take care of the spearmen. I tried not to destroy the monster spawner. I left it with just a tiny bit of health, but I decided that I've had enough and destroy it anyway, since I lost so much health from that. And then I see this room with all of these red guys and decide to play it safe. I try to attack the head, but I miss and pay for it with that swipe. So this time I decide to try it again. This time with a bit more health and more tact. Won't have to see all of that because it's all the... I just abused the same tactic of doing this over and over again. It's funny how easy those guys are to exploit, really, compared to most of the other enemies. You can't really keep... well, I suppose you can really keep the smaller enemies stun-locked, but it wouldn't be easy to do since there's usually so many of them. You can't stay in one place for too long. Forget to grab the attack up L there. And next up we have Flying Phantoms, which we shoot with extreme prejudice. They're definitely the easiest phantoms to take down. No questions asked, because they don't have much more health than those health birds. Next up is the boss. A problem with the boss when you're playing a Zeeg is that you can't really attack it if you don't have a Legion with range, like the arrows or the bombs. It takes me a while to actually work out how I'm going to do this. And I utterly fail at dodging the guns most of the time. And with no soul energy, there's not much that Zeke can actually do here. So I tried to work out how I'm going to get soul energy by either attacking the turrets or by taking swipes at the spikes. Swipes and spikes. I'm too afraid to attack the bombs because, well, they seem to move a bit fast here. Don't want to risk them blowing up in my face, even though I wasn't doing too well anyway, and I knew at the time that I would fail this by now. So if you're playing a Zeeg and you don't have the right legions equipped, I don't think you can properly complete this level. Yeah, just a tiny bit of health left. I think I managed to hold on to that for a little while. Just a little bit. That could have killed me right there. If the last bullet hadn't disappeared by the time I landed. Oh. Yeah, I either died by the spike or by the gun there. So I tried again a couple of times, but it didn't work out. So I went back, applied some experience to Malice, increasing our attack and force, and of course increasing the bombs attack. I was determined that I would find a way to get past this part using Zeeg. By the way, that platform where there was a monster spawner standing, you can't get past it if you don't have the double jump. So that's another thing stopping Zeeg from completing this. But with enough bombs, we defeat the boss. I don't know why it did so much damage right there at the end. It all went down in a second. But hey, that's one less thing for us to do. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you next time, where we'll be continuing on with the story.